Hello, and thank you for your interest in our international investing tool. Today I'm going to be walking you through our tool and show you how it compares different international investment data to help you ultimately make the best decisions in your international investments. So when we open our tool, you first see two buttons. This first button opens the tool to compare the data, and we'll go there in a second. The second button updates the data. So when you click this, all updatable data in our sheet will be updated. Excel goes to the internet that the different websites we've connected it to, and pulls the newest data in so that you can compare the newest data that there is free available on the internet. So let's go to our data right here. So this is what our form looks like. We'll start up in this top left right here, where you can see we have 3 different drop downs, and you can select from these various countries and select from a number of metrics such as total investment, gross national savings, GDP, unemployment rate, general government net debt. We'll look at unemployment rate, for example. So now you can see Canada, the United States, the United Kingdom's unemployment rate. You may notice that there are years beyond 2017, which is the current year. All of the data beyond today is predicted by the IMF, so this may not necessarily be accurate, but it is what the IMF is predicting, and they're a reputable source to be looking at predictions from. Moving down to the bottom left here, you can see the bond evaluation. So we have 10-year bonds from a number of different countries, and you can see the current yield, the daily change, the weekly change, the monthly change, yearly change, and the date the data was pulled, which was 11/29, which is when we last pulled our data. You can see a graph here to kind of see if the change is trending in a positive or negative direction. You can kind of see that weekly change is negative for Germany, and make your own determinations based off of that. We do have the largest positive change in yield for the most recently updated data. So you can see when we most recently pulled it, India had the biggest positive daily change. Brazil had the biggest positive weekly and yearly change, and on a monthly basis, UK had it. So you could possibly look at investing in those bonds if you were looking for bonds with yields that were on their way up. Looking up to the top right, we have our current stock analysis, where we have plenty of indices from around the globe. So you can look at these different indices and compare them, and this would allow you to look at which country is currently having on the upswing, possibly between the 3, and you'd be able to decide which stock market you'd like to invest in based off of these numbers and what you were looking at. We also show the index with the biggest positive change down here of all of our indices, so possibly save you time on looking on that when looking through here, as you may want to find the index with the most momentum from the past, showing that it's been going up recently. Moving down, we move into commodities. Again, we have the biggest positive change, which we can see is lumber. If you wanted to maybe catch the ride up on a commodity, we have a number of commodities to compare, from live cattle to copper to gold. And again, with the click of the user form, it updates everything. You can see the current price and the change. Moving down here, we have currencies in comparison to the US dollar. A number of different currencies that we can choose from here, and when we click on the user form, we can see the US dollar, how much one US dollar gets for one of these currencies, and how much in reverse one of these currencies gets for a US dollar. So that would allow us to see that. And then looking down here at currency buy sell recommendations, these are the most commonly traded currencies on the market. In the currencies market, these are common trades. It shows their exchange rate and investing.com's recommendation on whether to hold, buy, or sell these currencies based off of what they're seeing in the history and what they're predicting to happen in the future. So this is our tool. Very helpful in looking at international investment data and when looking to make decisions of where to invest. We hope that you consider using our tool in the future. Thank you very much.